It's Tuesday, May 26th at, I'd like to open up the regular meeting at 9:03.
We'll call the roll. Mr. Crandall?
Here.
Mr. Mahoney?
Here.
Simcoe here. Mr. Genowine is absent.
And at 9:04 or so, I'd like to go into executive session.
Second?
Call the roll. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can interrupt you for one moment, just to make sure there's no question, you may want to redo the vote and just specifically say to go into executive session to discuss the discipline of an employee.
Well put.
That's true.
Well put.
Good suggestion.
Yes.
A little late, but...
Yeah.
All right, JC, I'll let you lead that charge.
I'll make the motion to go into executive session to discuss discipline of an employee.
Okay. And Mr. Mahoney seconds.
Yes.
We'll call the roll. Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Brenda. Morning, Chief. You're gonna be no comment.
Well,
Okay, here we go. All right,
let's talk about
good
that
after,
before we-
we're back from executive session. I'd like to make a motion to come out of an executive session at 11:34.
Second?
Calling the roll, Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes. With that being said, Brenda Myers, our Chief Legal Counsel, has want to introduce some of your findings,
Or recommendations.
recommendations?
Yes.
Here.
First,
Sorry, it picks you up.
If you could, Brenda, just introduce yourself, name and address for the record. Nothing more than that.
Brenda Meyer from the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office, 711 Adams Street, Toledo, Ohio, 43604. And on behalf of the Township Board of Trustees, the purpose of this special meeting is for the board to render a decision regarding a Step 3 grievance filed by the OPBA and a notice of charges and intent to discipline submitted by Chief of Police Robert Bellamy pertaining to Police Dispatcher Michelle Tam. Arguments and evidence regarding both the Step 3 grievance and notice of charges were presented to the board during the disciplinary hearing held in executive session during the board's regular meeting on May 19, 2015. The disciplinary hearing was held in accordance with Article 9 of the collective bargaining agreement between the board and OPBA. The disciplinary matter subject to the hearing concerned Dispatcher Tam's conduct surrounding leaves of absence between December 9th, 2014, December 5th, 2014 and January 31st, 2015. In rendering a decision on this matter, the board should be very mindful of the importance of regular and reliable attendance from all employees. As stated in the collective bargaining agreement, employees of Sylvania Township are engaged in the performance and delivery of services vital to the people of our community. In order to ensure the efficient delivery of these services, acceptable attendance on the part of everyone is our goal. Recurring and excessive absenteeism is disruptive to operations, is costly to the township and its citizens, and detrimental to the morale and efforts of the employees who maintain a good work record. Therefore, it is the policy of Sylvania Township to seek acceptable attendance on the part of its employees. Sylvania Township is committed to controlling the sick leave usage of all employees. In consideration of this standard of acceptable attendance and the arguments and evidence presented at the disciplinary hearing, as legal counsel for the board, I recommend the following: that the board agree with OPBA that the pattern of absences subject to the Step 3 grievances and the sick leave abuse and corresponding violations in the police department rules and regulations are interrelated and should be combined discipline under the provisions of Article 21, sick leave, and properly within the attendance policy as contained in Article 21. With respect to the abuse of sick leave and violation of department rules, charges regarding her absence from her shift on 1/30/2015, the evidence presented established that Dispatcher Tam was at the mall 3 hours prior to calling off sick. The evidence further supports the Chief of Police's determination that she was not at home during shift hours on 1/31/2015. I believe her conduct was inconsistent with her use of sick leave. I also believe that Dispatcher Tam's statement to the Chief of Police during the February 11th, 2015 interview that she was at home during the time she called off sick on January 30th and 31st was contrary to the Chief's direct surveillance of her premises. I also recommend that all other charges not previously addressed in my discussion above not be sustained.
Thanks, Brenda.
Based on our attorney's recommendation, I'll offer Resolution 15061, and I move to 1, incorporate fully the notice of charges and intent to discipline into the notice of discipline under Article 21, sick leave, including attendance policy, and proceed with this matter as a whole under the Step 3 grievance. 2, to affirm the charges of sick leave abuse and violation of the department work rules and regulations. 1.3, truthfulness 1.2 false statements or records, and 1.46 fictitious illness or injury reports regarding dispatcher Tam's absent from her shift on January 30th, 2015. 3, to affirm the charges of sick leave abuse and violation of department work rules and regulations. 1.3, truthfulness. 1.2, false statements or records. And 1.46, fictitious illness or injury. Reports regarding dispatcher's Tam's statement that she was at home during her shift on the night of January 31st, 2015. 4, do not sustain all other charges not addressed above. 5, to grant the grievance in part and affirm the 5-day unpaid suspension in accordance with the progressive disciplinary procedure contained in Article 21 sick leave, including attendance policy.
Second?
Calling the roll, Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn out of our public meeting at 11:41.
Calling the roll, Mr. Crandall?
Yes.
Mr. Mahoney?
Yes.